everybody and welcome back. This is a really quick video to talk to you about the Visitor Toll Pass program for Florida. Now obviously this is only useful to people who actually hire cars in Orlando, so if you don't need to listen any further. But I drive when I go to Florida. I rent a car and I normally stop and pay for the tolls. It has been the case previously. You could go to somewhere like Publix and you could buy a Sunshine Toll Pass. You would have to register it with your vehicle registration and all of your card details and everything, and then you could just use it, top it up like a resident. They've now introduced a system called Visitors Toll Pass, and if you go to visitortollpass.com, it gives you all of the information and it works on an app. It's really simple to use. So in this video I'm literally just going to tell you how to set it up, how to use it and how to return it. So the first thing that you need to do is to download the app, which you will find in your phone's app store, whatever it is that you use depending on the type of phone that you have, and you need to install that onto your phone. You then need to set up your account and you will need to register a credit card. I used my prepaid travel credit card, so I didn't need to use a UK debit bank card or credit card. It took my Revolut travel card. Once you've got that linked up, you can then set up a trip. So you put in your start date and your end date for your trip, roughly what times you will be taking the pass and when you will be returning it, and then that's all you need to do in terms of setup to start with. Once you arrive at the airport, you then need to go to one of the 2 vending machines that they have in the airport. If you, like me, are travelling with Virgin, it's really easy to find, because in Terminal A, right next to the Virgin Atlantic rep's desk on luggage belt 8, you will find the Visitor Toll Pass vending machine. And actually it was a bit awkward for me to film it because there was a lady there, there was a rep there to tell you exactly how to do it. So the footage is a bit dodgy, but there is somebody there that will tell you how to do it. Basically, once you get to the vending machine, you open up the app to start your journey and it gives you a QR code on your phone. You stick your phone into the vending machine, it scans the QR code, and then it just drops you the Visitor Toll Pass like a regular vending machine, and you pull it out from the bottom of the machine. From there, you then go to your hire car company and you put your Visitor's Toll Pass, you hang it from the rearview mirror of the car before you leave the garage, the hire car garage, because it's as you drive out of the garage. They have the number plate recognition cameras which link your number plate to the pass, and it links all of the account up. You do not have to do anything else other than that. The lady in the airport did say add the registration, but it did it automatically. So all I did when I got to the hotel was just check that the correct registration number had linked with the pass. It had, and that was it. You just drive around as you want. You don't have to stop at any of the toll booths. You can just drive straight through the tolls, which is really weird for someone from the UK who drives through speed cameras, and if they flash it's a bad thing. With the toll pass you want the flash because it flashes to take a picture to confirm that you've actually got the pass. The other benefit, apart from not having to stop for the toll booth for having change and all of that malarkey, is it's actually cheaper. You get a discount on the price. I've just looked on my account and it's just charged me for tolls that would have been $2.50. It's $1.47 on the automatic system, and I guess it's because it's cheaper for them because they don't have to staff the toll booths for you to stop and pay. So it is actually a really cheap way of doing it as well. You do get charged $10 if you don't return it at the end of your trip, so you need to remember to do that. But overall it works out cheaper than stopping and paying in cash. I would just check on the app to make sure that your activity is registering correctly. But other than that, there's very little that you need to do. When you end your journey and you get back to the airport, you need to remember to remove the pass, which is something that I nearly forgot to do, and the bellhop actually pointed out and said to me, "You've left your pass in the car." And there's drop box. You just drop your pass into the mailbox and then eventually it gets collected and registered. So I dropped mine off on Wednesday night. It's now Saturday. Mine still hasn't been registered as being collected. The worst that's going to happen is I'm going to get charged $10 for not returning it. It's not a biggie. So far it hasn't come off, but it does say it can take up to 21 days for it to come off. Okay, so quick update. It's now Thursday, so 5 days later. When nothing had happened on the Tuesday, I contacted them and said, I don't know what's happening, if you received my transponder. They confirmed by email, yes they had. So there was no issues around them not receiving it and kind of like finalising my account. When I looked in my junk email folder, I did have an email from them with the bill that basically said from the $10 deposit that they took when I took the transponder, it then throughout your journey collates all of your toll charges, and then at the end of your journey when they get the transponder back and kind of dock it off your account, they then look at how much your tolls have cost, and if you've spent more than $10 they charge you for the excess, and if you've spent less than $10 they refund you what you're owed. And they said that can take up to 21 days because sometimes the toll companies take a while to reconcile all of the charges. I was confused then about, I emailed them back again and said that's great, but the app doesn't seem to be working. I don't know how I can set up another one for a future trip. What I was doing wrong was I was expecting, because I'd set up the account, I could just go in and go, okay, I'm going to start another journey now. But it doesn't work like that. Basically, once you've finished your journey, you have to kind of reset yourself up again on the app. So I'm just going to flip the camera around and show you what it looks like so you can understand a bit better what I'm talking about. So yeah, basically when I sign in, I just get this, which is like, thank you for using your toll pass, return your hashtag. So I was concerned that it hadn't registered my return. And then when I go to the account section, under your account you should be able to see like your card that's registered and all of those details, and all I can see is push notifications. But they've just explained that basically what happens is you actually need to set up a new account, so you don't log in again, you go get started, which is why I was having the issues. So if I log out, when I actually want to set one up for my next trip, I need to get started again. So that makes perfect sense, and I'm all sorted and I know exactly what I'm going to be doing for the next trip because I think it's a bit of a no-brainer. I would recommend it. It's a really easy system to use. The app is great. It's really easy to use with vending machine. You just hang it in the car and leave it there. You need to remember to return it, but all you do is just drop it in the box and that is it. So once you've got your card linked to the app, sorted. So yeah, it's a really easy system to use and I would definitely recommend it. And if you go onto their website, you can find all of the information about it. They're also quite active on Twitter. They retweet a lot of stuff around about the local area and activities and stuff, so it might be useful to follow them just for general information anyway, but through their Twitter feed you can get all of the links to all of the relevant parts of their website as well. So if you're planning on driving in Florida and hiring a car, particularly if you're going further afield to somewhere like Kennedy Space Center where there are lots of tolls on the way, it's definitely a benefit. It will save you time and it will save you money as well. So that is something that I will definitely be doing again in the future. I highly recommend it. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this useful and I will see you soon with some more videos.